So it's been officially 1 year since I have been a Magic Key holder. So I just wanted to make a little vlog on my experience as a Magic Key holder. And my experience at the parks. So, why did I become a Magic Key holder in the first place? This started at the end of 2023 when I was at downtown Disney with my roommate. I longed to go to the parks the whole time that I was at downtown Disney, but I had this mental block that I couldn't go because it wasn't like my birthday or a holiday. And my roommate pointed out that I could go whenever. I didn't have to wait for an event. And I don't know why I didn't think of that before. That I have the freedom to just do whatever I want because I'm an adult. But ever since they said that, I would save $200 per paycheck and go to Disneyland when I could afford to. And it was the first time that I was able to go to Disneyland in October, which I was over the moon about. And I went often enough that I wanted a Magic Key so that I could go all the time. So I saved money and manifested it and was able to get my Magic Key for, this past year. I want to talk a little bit about what Disney means to me, why going to the parks especially is so fulfilling. I did not grow up in the best environment, to say the least. Disney movies showed me that I was worth more than what other people said. That I could be more than my circumstances. That I could make my own dreams come true if I just had faith, trust, and pixie dust. And Disney was right. I've never wished for much. A job that I didn't hate, a roof over my head, and being able to financially be within my means. And I've achieved all of those things. I'm a coordinator of youth services for people with disabilities all around the U.S. I rent an apartment with my roommate, who I have a good history with, and we mesh pretty well. And I have good finances with my lifestyle. Disney is a place where I can hope and dream. It's a place where I can unwind my imagination, creativity, and be inspired. I love Disneyland as a concept because Walt was able to do something nobody believed in him to do. And now it's one of the most profitable companies. I don't agree with everything Disney has or is doing, but I do believe in the old messages and stories. What the parks and Mickey represents. Fun, connection, dreaming big, and achieving those dreams. I've gone to Disneyland once a year, every year growing up. when I was in college. I went with my theater friends, and this was during the 60th anniversary. We did Dapper Day, where we dressed up, and I dressed up as Pinocchio. I remember us going to the Buzz Lightyear ride. It started to rain when we got out, and nobody was in the parks. Then we went on Space Mountain, and then we went on Thunder Mountain, and we had snacks in line, and we got to see Pooh Bear. We had lunch at the Hungry Bear, and then we went on Matterhorn. We went to Toontown for pictures, and went on the Chip and Dale roller coaster. We had dinner at the Plaza Inn. We watched fireworks, where I cried. And we watched the Paint Electrical Parade, which was so good. I guess that was 10 years ago now. But that trip was so special to me that it has shaped the Disneyland routine I do in the parks with my Magic Key. For this year, my favorite memories were going to watching the October parade, watching some of the fireworks shows, eating the spooky ice cream. One of my favorite memories was also doing the beer flight at the Food and Wine Festival at DCA. Hanging at the Hollywood Studios backlot, tasting some of the cocktails, although from now on I think I will be doing alcohol that's like 10% and not less. And having cast members wish me happy birthday. Some things that I've also noticed is I have a Kindle, and when I'm in the queues, I will now read on my Kindle. Passes the time so fast, and you read so much. And doing that, I've noticed that I can remember books more when I'm in the park versus reading them when I'm at home. I know, like, the books that I read in the park, where I was in the lines, or, you know, about to go on the ride, when I was reading each book, some of the paragraphs or chapters that I was reading. And I don't really get that when I'm just sitting here at home. So that kind of like amplifies the experience for me of not only being in Disneyland, in a place that I love, but also being able to read something and retain it more in my memory, and making both reading and Disneyland more memorable by doing both of those things at the same time. Some other things I liked this past year, I ate a Tigger tail for the first time this past year, towards the end of the year, and it is interesting. I thought that it was going to be chocolate. It's like a chocolate orange deal, covered in the marshmallows. I had one of the holiday s'mores cakes, which was so good. I got it at the Jolly Holiday. For the holidays, I got a hot cocoa at the hotel, which is bomb, and I got the Mickey gingerbread, like the full Mickey gingerbread at that hotel too. That was also really good. I still like the Mickey logo gingerbread cookie too. They're pretty much on par with each other. I like the full Mickey gingerbread a little bit more because it's more soft, but you can't go wrong with either one. I also really loved when they were doing the Pixar theming. I liked the Pixar burrito at the Paradise Grill. That was also really good. Some like special interactions this past year. One time a cast member saw that I was doing a solo day, and they let me get into the lightning lane of Indiana Jones. And another separate time, a cast member saw that I was going solo, and he gave me like a buddy pass for Monsters Inc. Even though I wasn't really in line, I was just like walking past the attraction. So those moments, even though they were really small, they stand out in my mind of all the times that I've been at the parks. While I didn't do many videos, I think that the first year as a key holder has been a success. I know my way around the parks and have tried things that I haven't tried before. Disneyland is my third space, my second home, and a place that I love because I can dream and be anything there and be inspired. So for 2025, I did renew my key. Some of the things I want to do this year is to create more consistent content and just do it rather than telling people about it. I think that, you know, I wanted to do more content this past year, last year, but telling people about it kind of disempowered me to do it, because there's a lot of, I don't know, interpretations of that or assumptions of how you do content, and I'm just gonna do it this year. Not gonna tell nobody. I mean, I'm gonna promote it online, but like not anyone in my personal life. I want to do a roller coaster challenge, working my way up to the Incredicoaster and finally riding it, because the Incredicoaster scares me. But there's been a lot of people who have said that, you know, the Incredicoaster is not as bad as it looks. And I have worked my way up with roller coasters being at Disneyland, in that the roller coasters that used to flip my stomach don't anymore. And I think that I can work my way up to the Incredicoaster. If I maybe could do a challenge like that where I'm doing every roller coaster leading up to the Incredicoaster, I could do it probably. I'm hoping, because I do want to ride that ride. I want to explore and hang around more quiet areas. I want to try to go to the Oogie Boogie Bash so bad. I wanted to do that this past year, and then the tickets sold out so fast. I didn't even know they were selling them. I want to take you guys along to Magic Key holder merch. I did not look at them at all this past year, So I want to see, like, what's available this year. I want to go to Tom Sawyer Island again. I don't think I did that this year. I think I did it once when I, in 2023, when I saw that was a thing on my birthday. But I don't think I've gone since. I want to create, like, old-timey photos of Disneyland for Instagram. I want to save up for a hotel Disney trip. I want to do some Disney-bound days. And I want to try, like, a no-rides day, which sometimes I kind of do. I just sometimes go to Disneyland for the vibes. But maybe I can take you with me and we can just adventure along. And yeah, it's been looking back, despite some hurdles, it was a really good year last year. So cheers, and to making this year even better. Alright, be kind to one another, be kind to yourself, take care of yourself, and I will see you next time.